all those years in the penitentiary to come out alive, it takes you stepping up. It takes you being a leader, you personally guiding the people around you to become assets and not be the liabilities they've been their whole lives. The point is most people are addicted to drugs. They're in there for violence. They're in there for falling victim to their negative habitual traits. And to bring them out of it, you must be the leader. You must step up. And to be a leader, you have to steer them away from the most common problem that humans participate in. We consistently try to convince our minds of something our heart knows is a lie. So a leader, a true leader, to step up, he has to be able to denounce everything happening externally and look into the person's heart and know what they want for themselves and know what's best for themselves. What's best for themselves, what's going to bring them to their highest potential, he must see. He can only see it when he has healed himself. We can only heal others once we've healed ourselves. I am only sharing my story. People say, Wes, you're a good storyteller. I say, it's hard to fuck up your story. Share your story verbatim. Don't leave out the gory details. These are the ones that help people connect to you. If we cannot connect, we cannot lead. So what's most personal is going to be most general. All the most personal shit to you is what's going to help those around you the most. Don't leave that out like most people. Don't just share, oh, I made X amount of money. I felt great. Look at my abs. Don't just share the good side. If you don't share the gory details, you're not going to bring them past it. And in the penitentiary, I'm dealing with the biggest of liabilities, the fucking biggest of liabilities. People shooting up in their forehead vein, their fucking forehead, choking themselves out to shoot up in their forehead vein. And better yet, the fucking dick vein. People shooting up in any vein possible just to get high, just to numb themselves and not be present during those years where they could have experienced exponential growth. You got to be present for your pain. I'm going to say it over and over. Presence during the painful times is where the growth occurs. Nobody grows during all these fucking pleasure-seeking activities. When you're getting your way, you're not growing. You're changing when it's uncomfortable. You got to stand in front of the mirror and realize that your comfort is fucking killing you. Most people, they'll listen to these quotes, they'll listen to the shit I say, they'll apply it in one area of life. But don't be that comfortable motherfucker who's only looking at the area he's strongest in. Look at your weak points and level the fuck up. Dudes in the pen, they would be on dope and they would still get their workout done, doing crazy fucking workouts. I seen an old cellie of mine in the shoe do a shot of black and do 120 push-ups in one fucking set. Now, was that fucking amazing? Obviously. But his weakness was still fucking him over because he wasn't consistent. Only when he felt that great and his mind was in that optimal state that he was when he was high and he was content, he was able to push himself and not let his mind hold him back. You're about 40% complete when your mind starts giving up. When your body starts giving up, then your mind has to kick in. So that's why I say to only initiate the timer when you've hit failure. When you feel physical failure, that's when the mind kicks in and we initiate the timer. I've seen motherfuckers get 5 years over a hypodermic needle in the pen. 5 years over that vice, over that fucking needle that they had to get caught with because they have to use their dope. So turning an asset, turning a liability into a true asset is going to be the most beneficial part of your business, your life, and getting yourself through tough times. Turning your fucking self, who's a liability, into an asset through these steps, through self-reflection, through commitment to self. When you're committed to something that's difficult for you, what do you fucking build? You build pride in self. When you build pride in self, you build confidence from overcoming hard, difficult tasks for yourself, you're always going to win. You're walking in differently. You have a different energy when you consistently win at shit put in front of you. I don't fucking care to speak right now. I don't care to speak in front of 500 people because I speak all the time and I hammer it. I want you to be that way about your workouts. I want you to be that way about your diet. I want you to be that way about business. I want you to be that way across the board in life, realizing that all these small steps that everybody overlooks all day is what creates this. So the penitentiary, these assets, I had people like Books, who was he was really smart. He didn't use drugs, but like I said, he came up to me that one day. He said, "I'm working out with you tomorrow." And I told my other partner, Pup. I've shared this story before, but it was amazing to me. I shared this story because it really hit me in my heart till this day, the amount of commitment someone can make overnight. So cold turkey is a fucking thing. He quit being a bitch cold turkey. He came up and said, "I'm working out with you tomorrow." I told my other partner, Pup, Satanic Skins from Palmdale, and I told him, or from Lancaster, and I told him fucking, "Hey, Books is gonna work out with us tomorrow. Let him do what he can. And when he's done with what he can, we'll put extra on him. Let him do what he can, and when he's done, we're gonna heart check him, see where he's at." So we let him do the same workout, but a little less reps, just going to failure on each set. And at the end, we heart check him with some burpees, and then when he's fully done, I can see in his eyes that, man, he's feeling it. Then we put some more on him. He was there the whole time. He was present during this pain. He was present during the process, and he pushed himself. And guess what? He walked away proud. Now, about 3 years later, he hadn't missed a day. He would go to school, come back, do burpees with me. He would go to yard with me, hit the bars. And what I did was build someone who was a liability in the physical department, not mentally. He was a liability in the physical department. I turned him into an asset. And this is what we must do in our lives. We must take pride in this. Responsibility educates. A man, by definition, is responsible. So you know your route just by that. Just by what I just shared right now, as a man, you know your motherfucking route. Not only as a man, as a leader. There's plenty of women who excel in business nowadays who have to be leaders to men and women and everybody in their fucking group, all their people. So step the fuck up. Be the one that steps up. Take pride in being able to call yourself a failure when those around you are not working at their optimal level, not working at the level that you wish them to work at. I had to create these assets out of these liabilities because in the pen, that's the only way I was going to fucking get home. And in business, that's the only way you guys are going to get your outcome. How do we create fucking the assets out of liabilities that we desperately need to excel? Personify the teaching. They have to fucking see that it's working for you in all ways. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to fucking listen to you unless you actually embody what I wish for myself. So make sure before you speak, make sure before you try to push it on other people that you're ready, that you're there personally. Because if you're not, you're going to push them away. It's going to have the adverse effect. So these men in there, the liabilities of all liabilities, they want it. Because you know yourself, you don't want to be a failure, nor do they. They're not just not human. They're just down the wrong road. They're just seeking validation in the wrong fucking way. When you teach them to get their validation from self, when you teach them to get their validation through character, you can change anybody. Why do I know? Because this is how I changed.